Welcome to another real-time trade. In this video, I'll discuss several ways to manage the trade to empower you to design a trade management model that suits your unique mental wiring. This is the stuff of the real game. Now let's join the trade in progress. Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well with you. Good morning. It is 9:33. That means New York just opened. It is Tuesday, November the 7th. I was supposed to be off all week, if not longer, at jury selection, but was exempted for 3 years given that the courts didn't show up at the appointed time, and so it was a nice little surprise. If you're an independent trader and this is your way of making a living, it's nice to be actually at your computer and at your office to be able to do such a thing. All right. Three Sisters, guys. This is a daily Three Sisters. We've broken yesterday's high on the NASDAQ, inside day on the S&P, and we had earlier broken the low just marginally of yesterday on the Dow. So the high on the NASDAQ just recently, even now we're toying with it, and the low earlier, but now an inside move here on the Dow as well. Three Sisters on the 1 minute chart. You can see we've had a little bit of a dropping on all three, and then now a little bit of a run up here on the Dow. I'll be watching all of this, of course. Let's take a look at the 30-minute charts here. Looking for a 30-minute reason to enter, of course. As always, this is the first 30-minute candle here in the first 4 minutes of the New York session. That's the Dow, kind of in a cleanish range here, but dropping back down again now that the market is opened. Dropping big time here quickly on the S&P, having tapped into a zone higher right on the open. And then, of course, on the NASDAQ, something very similar. I wouldn't say very similar, but something similar. It's waiting for my background here to load up. There it is. A little delayed today. I might have to do a restart over here. Probably let that go a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is revise this zone up just like that. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, out to here, that's fine. Can leave that one there. NASDAQ. Let's take a look at that S&P again. That one can stay exactly where it is. Just like that. And the Dow. Okay. I'm going to delete. I'm going to leave that zone, actually. I am going to delete this one. No need for that anymore. Nice clean drop happening here. The NASDAQ one more time, and we're good to go. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put you on pause, and I'll be cutting out and editing out dead air, non-teaching moments, sideways grinding action, things of that nature to keep this video nice and tight. I'll see you back here in a moment. All right, guys, we're back. It's 11:48. Can you believe that? So I've been sitting around here since the opening, just waiting for a break in the action here. You can see there's been a lockout rally all morning long here, and then a resting candle. Now we've got a new one here. Well, newish. It's 11:49, as I mentioned. And on the Dow in particular, I'm going to show you all three sisters. We just got a big shift move. You see this move down here? 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not sure exactly why we're in the twilight zone. We're in the twilight zone here. That means Europe and UK have closed for the day. Lunchtime here for North America. So I'll keep my eye on this, but I might be looking for a short here. Yeah, right here, guys. Sell stop. Sell stop order right below this big shift candle. Time of day. Time of day is important here. I'm going to risk 35 points on the Dow. Here we go. Finally something that looks reasonable. It's a live order, guys. Live order. All right, guys, still watching here. What I'm actually going to do is raise this up to right here under that white candle. Because of that wick right there, I feel fairly confident, or comfortable, I should say. Not confident. You can't be confident in unknown random price action, but I feel fairly comfortable using this as my entry. And there, guys, I'm triggered in now. Short the DOW. Entry is there. I'm going to place my markers, and I'll bring you back, and we'll talk about this trade a little bit more. Be right back. And target 1 has been hit. So the 1R all or nothing trader has left the game. And of course, the 2R move stop to break even at 1R has moved their stop to break even, and is waiting to see what happens. Either they'll get a 0 break even result, or they'll get 2R, depending on where we go from here. We just had a quick move down, sudden move. I was watching it with one eye, and then thought I would grab the microphone here and let you know what happened. Back on pause for now, and then we'll come back and discuss this. And target 2 has been hit, finally. I switched to a 2-minute chart to divide the number of candles in half. Just a reminder that this is a zone reversal trade. We had a lockout rally here in the 30-minute going into a key, very, very key daily zone that we also tapped on Friday of last week, and then yesterday was Monday. Again, I wasn't here, but I can see what happened there. And then today again, trying it, and then rejecting. We put our first opposite color candle in. I revised this zone marker, which was down about here somewhere, up to those 2 equal bodies. I did a very similar trade and setup on Thursday or Friday of last week. I think it was Friday. You can look that up as well. You'll see a very similar setup here. And then a penetration of the next candle, dropping down below. And then finally a big shift candle here, a very powerful impulse candle for whatever reason. A nice pullback, and then taking this break of body right here. This little reactionary wick I wasn't too concerned about. As you can see, we just kind of headed down from there. Came a little bit of pain here, not pain, but waiting to come back to break even, and then finally hitting 1.5R. Let's see if we can do the most extreme target too of 2R. Now we'll be looking for 70 points in total, and I'll bring you back and we'll keep an eye on this. And there it is, guys. After 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 37 minutes, we finally came all the way back and hit the original stop loss. So one of the models, the 2R all or nothing, had to take a 1R charge. The other models made either full profits or break even. And so it's turned out to be a pretty good green day after all. But we had to sit a long time, at least I did, coming up on 4 hours, 3 hours and 37 minutes or so in this trade. Is zone reversal. Didn't follow through all the way to 2R, but got pretty darn close down here to 1.5R. And that's really been the name of the game for the last week or so, with VIX getting crushed down into the 14 handle. Getting that follow through on the downside has been a little bit of a challenge that we haven't seen for a while. I average about 2.4, call it 2.5 trades a day. Lately, the last week was 1.2, I believe, trades. And today, of course, 1 trade only, and had to wait all morning for it. This lockout rally, of course, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a few hours for me since I mentioned it, but for you, it'll be like 3 seconds or so. And then, of course, this reversal move that we had here that I explained earlier. And so there's not much more to share on that. Hitting a key zone here on the daily. The 3 sisters were rounding over at the same time, and so on and so forth. Pretty straightforward, but did not hit our ultimate target of 2. But we got a nice 1R and 1.5R full profitability trade in there as well. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate your support. Thanks for clicking the like button and for saying hi on the way out in the comments. Appreciate you. Have an amazing night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care now.